first things first, spec. You need, or for spec, you can, either one of these is alright, but double time I prefer more, because if you need to, you can use a charge right after another, and it's on, like a clock rotation kind of thing, I don't know. Second wind, clearly, it's really overpowered right now. None of these things can combine to second wind. I use staggering shout because when I'm bursting, it makes it so people cannot run around and make it so that I can't burst them like warriors. They like to leap away on me when I'm bursting, and it really makes me mad. Bladestorm, because in Bladestorm with prot, it does 240% of weapon damage, and that is really overpowered. You could use either one of these, but this is for the burst. Mass spell reflection, I like that because if a warlock's casting chaos bolt on one of your partners or something, you can reflect that. I used to use avatar, but they kind of nerfed it, and bloodbath is my choice now. So that's my spec. Now we go to macros. I have a couple different macros that I like to use. Like, these are just charges for when I forget to put on my shouts and everything. I use this shout for my aggressive prot spec. This is like all my this is like a defensive cooldown thing. I don't really need this in there because I don't really use it, but it's just to put defensive stance on me. Die by sword you don't use in prot, so I'll get rid of that. Okay, that's gone. And then I have my trinket, rallying cry, this green banner over here, and this shout that reduces damage. And then I have my fear, so I stop attacking. I have my focus fear, so I'll have the focused. I can charge at them and fear them. Focus throw, don't need that anymore. Jewel crafting, these are all just for other specs, and this is for the burst in my prot spec that I'm using right now. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna equip Devastate, Shield Slam, or lots of your abilities with the two-handed sword on. That's pretty much it for my macros. Alright, now we're on to keybinds. Your keybinds don't have to be exactly as mine, but this is just how I like them because they're all kind of close to my fingers and I can push them real easy. So I've got 1 to 4, Q, G, 5, V, X, Shift V, this grave button, it's beside 1, Shift grave, F1, F2, F3, F4, Shift Z, Shift C, Z, E, F, Y, Shift S, Shift X, Shift 1, Shift 2, Shift 3, Shift 4, T, Shift F, and Shift D. Those are all really easy to hit, I think, and for the most part, most of them don't really do anything other than me not being able to strafe left and right. I don't really care about that. It doesn't matter to me at all. Yeah, that's it pretty much for keybinds. They don't have to be like mine. Like, you can use, they can be in any order, any way you want, or anything. Just set them up how you feel comfortable, but this is just the way I feel comfortable. If you want to use them like this, go for it. Okay, I got a couple different add-ons to enhance my gameplay a little bit. I have battleground targets. That's for, you can't see it right now, that's what it is. It's to show like people in RPGs or anything. It's really good. Boomkinator, I can't get that working anymore, so it doesn't even work. Demo font, that's just to change my font. I like that. This one, debuff filter, it shows like the enemy's debuffs, your debuffs, buffs, anything you really want. Lose control, like it'll put all these things everywhere, and that shows you like when someone's like any debuffs you have on you or anything. It really helps because it tells you what you have on you and everything. Mainly just put it all in the middle here. That one won't work. Oh, neither will these ones. Okay, never mind then. So yeah, that's what that one is. Next showing battle text. I like this one because you can just for me to find cool X-Nox. That's it. Just straight up to find X-Nox. Omni CC, it shows like on top of their portrait, like if they have like mass spell reflection or any of that on, you can change all that up. And I got recount. I don't even know why. I just got recount. That's it. And that's it for my add-ons. With bartender, I also have bartender. Bartender is really useful for me because it allows me to like see how I got a bar like that. It's because when you go to bartender, oh, wrong one. You go to, holy shit. This is bartender. So I can go to like bar 5 or whatever, and I think it's, see, you can like slide this around. Let me find the one. No, it's not that one. It's this one. See how you can like slide it around, and you can make it bigger or smaller or giant, or I usually have mine set at about 1.5, I'd say. That's a good size. You can show like your button grids or anything. I really don't like that zoom. That's kind of ugly, and that's it for my add-ons. Okay, for gear, it's not the same as you would for like normal protection flag carrying warriors. Like for most that you want some resilience. Like you can see, I've got resilience and that, so I don't die. I've got that, so I don't die. You can also see that like I've got PvP power in some spots, and I'm gonna change. See that 480 stamina and that 480 stamina right there? I'm gonna change those to PvP power so I can just hit a little bit harder. I've got normal rings. I've got a trinket so that I can use my macro and it increases my damage done. Reforging. Well, reforging. I didn't even reforge. You don't really need to unless you don't want to be over your hit cap. Like, see, I'm just a little bit under it. You want about 3% hit cap, and if you're really high over that, you don't want that. And yeah, all you gotta do is just basically, you don't really have to reforge other than to ensure that you're at that cap right there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You don't, like, I have this, and it, see how like it's got resilience on it? That's for like normal tanking. This is to just increase my damage because it's got that PvP power on it, and it kind of everything. And that's pretty much it for gear. We'll go on to gem. Oh, we already went across gemming pretty much. Just get some resilience, quite a bit of resilience so you don't die. A little bit of stamina, PvP power. You know, the good stuff. Some professions that really help you out in your PvP is jewel crafting and blacksmithing, but I don't want to level blacksmithing at all. First aid's really good for them bandages. I need to get some more though. Jewel crafting because you can make those serpent's eyes, which are pretty good. That's what I use for jewel crafting. The reason why blacksmithing is also good is because it gives you extra weapon or extra socket slots on your wrists, legs, and you can make it on your belt. So wrists, belt, and there's somewhere else I can't remember, but you can get extra slots for your gems, and that can really help you out. Okay, here we are on how to kind of play the warrior. So what you're always going to want to do is you're always going to want to get that first charge in, put a hamstring on. You're going to want to make sure they have hamstring on. It's immune on these dummies though, but I'm a hamstring, you know. And then you want to make sure that they've got 3 stacks of weakened armor, and you get that by devastating. Devastating costs no rage, and it's, you always want to make sure you got that up. And and whenever like shield slam procs or anything, you want to hit it. Whenever shield slam is actually available, you want to hit it. Same with revenge. Yeah, revenge. Heroic strike, only use that when it procs, pretty much. Other than that, you just kind of spam around, like kind of just hit around. For glyphs, though, hold the line. So when revenge procs, it increases the damage by 50%. Shield slam dispels one magic effect, and this one's really good. See, once I have enough rage to use heavy repercussions, which is my shift 3, heavy whatever, and then I shield slam, it does like 44k damage, right? And watch, I'll come back around to it when the proc's not there, when shield time's, when this isn't up. Just 21k damage. It increases the damage because, see, it's, oh, he parried that one, little bastard. But yeah, no, while your shield block is active, your shield slam hits for an additional 50% damage. That is really good. See that, 64k? I think that's quite overpowered. Okay, so this is how it's all going to go down. Though. You're going to charge in. Always make sure you have hamstring applied. Make sure you've got 3 stacks of Devastate on. And if you have enough rage, toss out a shield block, shield slam, hit that real hard. Heroic strike. When it procs, just wait for revenge and this shield slam to proc and everything. And that's kind of the guidelines. And then for the burst, this is what you're gonna do. If you're, say, out of range or whatever, you charge in. Make sure that hamstring is still active on him. Staggering shout, he cannot move. What you're gonna do is you're gonna F2. That's gonna equip your weapon and do your macro, and you're gonna blade storm, and that does insane damage in protection. And as soon as that blade storm's over, like now, you go back to your weapon in that, shift 3, 2, and you just do crazy damage. Right now, I'll go show you the defensives, how crazy these defensives are, like shield barrier, last stand, all of them together are. Let's duel someone, let them burst me up. Where are you? Where are you? Where's everyone? There we go. Okay, let's duel this guy, Warlock. They have crazy burst. Burst me. Shield wall, when you pop that, reduces damage taken by 40%. See how that Soulfire only hit 7k? And when that's pretty much it. You can, like, I'm pretty sure you can disarm minions. Yeah, disarm him, he can't do nothing. That's pretty much how you go with a cast. You want to make sure you have spell reflex and everything. Make sure you have your absorb up. That's pretty much it for staying alive. And now I'll show you a burst on this Warlock right now. Where is he? Let's see. Here comes the burst. You pop everything. Blade storm. Crazy. Oh. Anyway, you see, I did that damage in a matter of like a second. So yeah, that's pretty much how you roll with a warrior for defensives and everything. Make sure you keep your hamstrings up. That's pretty much what you gotta do. Also, some things that help in like battlegrounds or stuff like that, not really, you can't use them in arenas though, are these potions. Potion of Mogo Power, you use that with your macro and it increases your strength by 4,000 for 25 seconds. And this one is also good with a defensive because it restores 1,200 or 120,000 health. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure you have bandages. They're pretty important.